Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about what assistance exercises you should be using and if you should even be doing assistant exercises at all. So, first, we're going to be talking about should you use assistance exercises and how much should you use them. Some people, they like to deadlift twice a week at a very high intensity both days for their main deadlifts, so they don't have time or energy to do assistance lifts. Because if they were to do their maximum intensity deadlifts and do assistance lifts, the next deadlift day they'd be too tired. So some people just like to do the main the main meat and potatoes, just the deadlifts, not assistance work. If you are lifting 1 day a week at maximum intensity, you're gonna have to be doing an insane amount of sets to to guarantee you're not going to use assistance work. So for the average person who lifts 1 time a week, I'd say assistance work is you definitely should be doing it. So now it comes down to what assistance exercises do you want to use? Like what assistance exercises are good for you? There is no set answer on this. You can go online, look up best assistance exercises for deadlifts, right? And one website will be full of hyperextensions, glute ham raises, stuff like that. And then one website will be full of just barbell assistance exercises. So like no back raises or anything, just like Romanian deadlifts, pause deadlifts, stuff like that. So as me, I had no one to teach me this, right? So I am from an unbiased perspective. The way I figured it out was I did a couple week cycle, right? So let's say a 4 week cycle, right? Where I just do pause deadlifts as my main assistance work for my pull off the floor, right? And then I do other assistance exercises for my upper back because you got to have a strong lockout too. You can't just have an insane pull off the floor and hope you can just hitch it up at the end, you know. So, but we're gonna stick on the pull off the floor, right? So the pause deadlift, right? I did it 1 week. I think I did like 4 sets of 8. Eventually, I started doing 5 sets of 8 of like 250, like 5/8 of my maximum. You can find that percentage later. So that felt really, really good. I felt like I was getting really, really strong off the floor each day after I came out. I felt like my hamstrings were just obliterated. And I've never done anything like that before, so it felt really, really good. Now I'm still doing the pause deadlifts, but I'm trying other stuff now. For example, raised deadlifts, I think you call them, where not block pulls, but raised deadlifts where you're higher up off the floor, so your pull is longer. I haven't gotten into those too much because my meet is coming up, and I am just training for that. So I'm doing like heavy pulls, and then this week I'm doing light pulls right before my meet. So back to the point, that's kind of how you determine it, right? Is you kind of do these cycles and see how they work for you, see if they make you stronger, and then to determine what assistance exercises you need when you do your max deadlift. I keep bringing up the deadlift because I just like the deadlift. You see like, wow, okay, my pull off the floor really, really slow, but then my lockout was great, right? That means you got strong glutes, right? So you can really push your hips through and probably a strong upper back, right? But your hamstrings are probably weak. They can't keep up. So what I would do is pause deadlifts, raise deadlifts, anything that just beats up the hamstrings, that builds up that pull off the floor. Pause deadlifts are my favorite. I love them to death. Or if your back keeps rounding, beltless deadlifts. Beat the crap out of your lower back. Do some beltless deadlifts. I think like beltless deadlifts are probably the best because they just have that direct carryover to the deadlift. people do back raises and stuff, and those are great for your lower back too. Maybe as like a burnout, you do your beltless deadlifts, and then you go do some body weight back raises. I mean, it can't hurt. So that is how you typically decide your assistance exercises. If you got a weak, if your bench is weak at the bottom, a lot of paused bench. Paused bench will greatly increase your chest strength and will help you start from the bottom. You got a weak squat at the bottom. That could be a lot of things. What I like to do is pause squats, box squats. That will all increase your explosiveness from the bottom. It could be multiple other factors, like you're kind of like not hitting depth every time. You're not exploding out. You're just kind of like hitting depth and then going up. When you're squatting, you really want to almost bounce. I could be wrong about that, but the best lifters I've seen, they go down very fast, very fast back up. They get more of that stretch reflex. It helps, right? So that's going to be it for today on the assistance exercises. Should you do them? What to do for them? That'll be it for today, guys.